What's up everyone, Dr. Smith, physical therapist here. I wanted to make this video today to draw out why you should never work for a therapy-owned home health agency as a physical therapist, an occupational therapist, a PTA, or a CODA. I'm going to break down in this video why. Now, I've been preaching this information over the past 4 years and helping lots of people make more money. If you respect yourself, you respect the profession, you respect your income, I highly recommend that you listen to what I'm about to break down. I've talked about this multiple times in the 10CU home health course, in my other videos on YouTube, but I want to really draw it out today. So why should you never work for a therapy-owned home health agency or a company? Before I get into this, so you know about me, I've helped over 1,000 physical therapists average 120K pay packages. Some have exceeded 200K. It's not just one or two people, it's multiple people getting 200K. So why do we want to avoid therapy-owned companies? They are an outdated, predatory business that preys on new grads and those that do not know any better. If you've watched my videos in the past, you've heard me talk about this multiple times, but I wanted to draw it out today. So a real home health agency, a Medicare Certified home health agency, is going to have RNs, home health aides, social workers, speech language pathologists, PTs, PTAs, OTs, CODAs, basically the whole interdisciplinary team here. The PTO-owned agencies just have this guy over here. So an informed PT is going to get direct to the agency, get $68 to $72 a point, and average around 30 points a week if they're full-time. PRN, it's a bit different. You could get higher rates PRN, but this is the average from the people I've worked with over the past 4 years. Now, who's the bad guy PT? This is the uninformed PT, either a new grad or someone that doesn't know any better. What they do is they go to the agency, get a contract, basically similar rates, but then they contract out to this person, paying them way less, which I will go into in a second, and keeping the profit. But if you know about this business model actually, excuse me, actually dies. And if your business model dies with transparency or by cutting you out, you have a shit business. So we're gonna go and see why it's an issue. Bad guy PT, usually what I've seen over 1,000 contracts the past few years. Sometimes it's as low as $35 a visit. Average is $70 an eval or a flat rate, regardless of the visit type. Maybe you get $100 for the starter care, but basically these are all shit rates. So then we go into the rates of the Medicare Certified home health agency. It doesn't have to be Medicare Certified, but any home health agency that you're going direct to. It's just better to work with legit agencies that are Medicare Certified because it's very expensive and long process to become Medicare Certified. Costs currently $150,000 to $350,000 to become Medicare Certified agency if you are the CEO of the agency, running it, operating it, and all of that. But what we talked about here, or what I talked about earlier, is that I took the average of this 68 to 72. You're getting $70 a point for easy math, 30 points, right? Eval is going to be usually 1.5 points or 1.25. Some agencies are doing this, whatever. It's still going to get you more. You'll see here in a second. Starter care is 2.5 or 2 points, and this is, average, and this is worst case from legit agencies. We can see though, so, you could get as low as $35 a visit, or at the low end, you can make 87.5, average $105. So you can see that the bad guy PT is taking a lot of money from you, around $70 per visit from you, when you can cut them out and say, hey, fuck you, buddy. Next one over here, the eval, 87.5. Sometimes, $17 isn't that much, but if you can get 105, you're giving up $30 a visit to the agency. You can cut them out and be like, hey, I'm done with this. Starter care is the big issue though, because lots of times, this guy right here will only pay around $100 because they have a contract rate with the agency of like $175. So they're getting $75 a visit. You're taking home $100 or $140. They're taking $40 from your work. And again, they're going to be taxing you all of that stuff as well. You're going to be taxed in any scenario. Taxes are inevitable, especially if you want to make money. But why are you going to feed any of your profit or your income to this person that doesn't need to even exist? I don't know why lots of PTs decided to go with this business model, why they use this business model, why they prey on new grads. Some professors even do this. I think it needs to die, and that's why I've been preaching this for years. That being said, if you find one with good rates that are above, 105 in eval, above 175 starter care. Okay, that's an exception to the rule, but generally that's not going to happen. I know some of you watching this are like, hey, this is messed up. He's exposing my business, but this is exactly what it is. And unfortunately, this is not taught in PT school. It is not taught really by anyone outside of myself. And unfortunately, just want to keep spreading this message. But basically, the takeaway message here is bad guy middleman is only a business profiting the difference from your work when you can cut them out and go direct. I hope I illustrated that here today. And again, this is part A. When it comes to part B, PTO is okay, but again, you're going to get less pay, do more work. You can do half the work in part A, make choices much money as part B. I don't really like part B because if you're billing Medicare, you're billing units. It's based on time. You're a glorified timekeeper, not actually a therapist forced to stay for 53 minutes when we know that you can get outcomes much faster than 53 minutes, especially if you're billing units. And worst case, if you do want to do part B instead, you can always go and then just do it yourself. So I hope this video was informative. I hope it was helpful. If you own one of these agencies, I hope it upset you. But I just want to make sure that you guys have a rundown of why this is bad. All right, thank you for watching. And I know I said you guys, I'm sorry if you're a gender confused person or a female and you find that offensive, my mistake. But hopefully this video is helpful.